So many anime has been airing over the last few days, but I've been trying to record these episodes as quick as I can, but I've basically been ending up recording them in batches of 3 episodes. That's 12 anime in one recording session, which is not great for my voice, as you can probably hear throughout the recordings. But it also means I can try and get my thoughts out in a much more concise way, which means the previews will hopefully be a bit shorter, and I'll get to a point a bit quicker. Unlike this intro, which is going on for no reason. But I'm ready to talk about the anime, shouldn't I? And let you know what I think of them. And that's coming up in a moment. Because this is a 2023 Spring Anime Preview from a different perspective. First up today, we've got KamiKatsu, Working for God in a Godless World. An anime about a guy who dies and is reincarnated in another world. Although his death is very different to a lot of isekai. Unlike being hit by a truck or being stabbed by a murderer, he's kicked off a cliff by his dad, destined to drown, weighed down in a barrel, with only his family's cultish god to live by. Of course, he doesn't believe in his cultish god. He just gets died and gets reincarnated in another world. And his final wish, by God, he does not want any kind of religion or gods in his new world. And so that's what happens. He gets reincarnated in a world with no gods. Everything's got to be happy with that, hasn't it? Apparently not, because apparently a world without gods is a sad, sad place. Everybody just accepts the fact that one of the days they're going to die, and when it's their time to die, rather than being a burden on society, or trying to hang on due to spirituality, they just accept it and die. Except this one village of outcasts, who either don't accept death or don't really fit into society and so are kicked out into a village. They're still killed when time comes by. And main character Yukito, however, wants none of this. And after a very adorable Aru ends up having to be killed, he goes and wants to try and save her. Unfortunately, he's also killed. And in his dying breath, he calls out for his family's god to save him. Because you know, he still has the little gem around his neck which his dad gave him. And right in that moment, Mitama, a goddess, comes and saves him. Saves the girl too. And kills everybody trying to kill him. And so this is a godless world with an isekai guy who's apparently going to be working for a tiny lolly goddess obsessed with him. This one's a bit silly, a bit fanservice-y in places, a bit wild. It's an isekai, but it doesn't feel like the same isekai you've seen a million times over. The characters are interesting to a point. As this one's going, I've got no idea. I imagine Mitama's going to be a bit of a burden on him, and he's going to end up having to basically spread the good world of religion to this godless world. I wonder how that's going to go for him. KamiKatsu is not going to be an anime for everyone. Again, it's another isekai. If you're tired of isekai, just stick well clear of this one straight away. I'm a firm believer that isekai does not automatically mean bad, just it makes it more likely it's going to be bad. This one has promise. I'm probably going to watch an episode or two more of it. It screams to me like it's not going to be a great show, so I probably can't recommend it. But I'm probably going to watch another episode or two, like I say. If you are interested in watching KamiKatsu, you can find it airing over at Crunchyroll. Next up, we've got a show which I'll be honest, I have been looking forward to. Welcome to a world of Yuri Is My Job. An anime based around a themed cafe where Yuri is indeed their job. Our main character Hime is a beautiful, cute, princess type character, as indicated by the name, Hime. At school, everybody loves her. She's a sweet, adorable princess. Everybody's agreed not to ask her out, not to approach her, because she's too delicate a flower. She's too perfect. Of course, she's anything but perfect. She's actually a bitch. She just wants everybody to adore her, then wants to grow up, marry a rich husband, and live a good life of not doing any work. Yeah, she's one of those money diggers. But she plays her part to a T. Everybody at school loves her, and so when she's walking home from school and trips and falls down some steps, not only about 3 or 4 steps, and bashes into another girl, Mai, she immediately apologises, saying, "Oh, I do apologise, it's my fault. What can I ever do to help to apologise?" Unfortunately, Mai is a bit of a conniving so-and-so herself, as she works with her friend Sumika, and basically corners her into working for her. See, Mai is a bit older than she looks. She looks like a lolly, but she's actually an adult. And she runs a cafe Libe, a themed cafe which is based around the shoujo yuri manga like Maria Watches Over Us and things like that. That you could pretty much see a lot of tropes from Maria watches over us in the entirety of the cafe scenes, even down to sharing with rosaries and correcting crooked ribbons. And of course, being a perfect actress, acting a cute sweetheart, Hime takes to acting like a cute Ojo-sama, like a duck to water. Well, like a rubber duck to a pool of acid, probably more like it, since even though she's a perfect actress in school, she's very much forced in this environment. She doesn't know what's going on right now. The descriptions given by her employers is not great. Just thrown out there into a deep end, not really told what's going on. She's just expected to know what's happening. I'm introduced to our other main character, Mitsuki, who is the beautiful One-sama in the school. Everybody loves her. In the school, I say, in the cafe, of course. Everybody loves her. She's seen as beautiful, elegant. Of course, him is smitten. If I can play up to Mitsuki, then everybody will accept me. Unfortunately, makes a bit of a faux pas. So you're not knowing this fake school has a sewer system, or as they call it, this system. She accidentally calls her One-sama, big sister. And that has a lot more meaning here than just a word of deference. It immediately ties her to Mitsuki as sisters, effectively. And Mitsuki was expecting it. It's a bit too forced. She doesn't like it. Why should she have to babysit this brat? And this is going to be a Yuri anime based on a cafe. So a lot of people are already pointing fingers saying, oh, we should just blend this with Yuri. I'll be honest, I've read a manga. It's not. It has a lot of similarity because it's a theme cafe. And the characters being kind of like opposites to what they actually are. But it's a lot more subtle than that. It's going to be about Hime becoming more likeable. It's going to be about Mitsuki accepting her. And a whole lot more besides. I mean, there's a lot more I'm actually not telling you here because I've read a manga. I know this story. Not to finish, I've not finished a manga. But I know where this one's going, and it's definitely worth a ride in my opinion. If you like Yuri in any manner at all, definitely watch this one. If you like comedies, if you like Godless, give it a try. This one is airing over at Crunchyroll. From an anime that I was heavily anticipating to an anime I was dreading watching. Opus.COLORs is an anime about pretty boys doing art. Or in this case, perception art. Which is this bizarre VR, 3D, space, augmented reality stuff. Why we've got these pretty boys doing art, I've no idea. But that's what we're doing. And it's a school where it's got segregation. See, our main three characters, Kyo, Kazuya and Jun, are all childhood friends. However, Kyo is a different class of student to the other two. He is a grader, the other two are not. However, there's definitely a gulf between the two types of student. One set of students goes to his prestigious academy at the top of a hill, and the other one goes to a less prestigious academy at the bottom of a hill. It's definitely a two-tier society here. And you get the impression this anime is going to be breaking down the borders between those two tiers, but who knows. So far it's just pretty boys doing art, but it hasn't really done much else. I was struggling to even pay attention to the anime. It's not great, in my opinion. But I imagine some fans will really eat this one up. So far I'll give it one benefit. It hasn't thrown the same tropes you get in every anime like this at us yet. However, it did show about 10 characters which we've not met yet in the ending of the episode, so there's every possible that every single favourite Pretty Boys anime will have every single trope they want right there, right then, for them in the anime. Now, Opus.COLORs is definitely not an anime for me. If you're looking at these pictures and you think it's anime for you, it probably is. This one you can find aiming over at Crunchyroll as well. Finally today, we get an award for probably the most inventive option for an anime ever. The legendary hero is dead. An anime where the legendary hero goes out and fights a demon king. Unfortunately, he dies in the first episode. And the person who kills him has to take his place by force because a necromancer transfers his spirit into a legendary hero's body. The legendary hero's decomposing body, which is supposed to be kept alive by his magic, but the guy transferred over has no magic. What he does have is an obsession with stockings. I mean, don't get me wrong, I can appreciate that. I too appreciate good stocking. I don't put stockings on daikon radishes. I don't walk up to random strange girls and try and put stockings on them. But this is definitely a shonen style harem anime where a main character is going to learn to become a hero and save the day at the end of it through loads of wacky hijinks and fan servicey moments in between. I mean, his childhood friend Yuna is a key example of that. She is amply proportioned. She's plump in the right places. She's also completely smitten for a hero and completely hates our main character Toka. Although we are childhood friends, so whether or not that's hate or love, who can tell. And she's also a bit dim as well. She's not great at magic. She's almost as bad as the main character. And there's not much in the way of plot here. Where is one going? I have no idea. There's a lot of arrows pointing in the same direction as I mentioned earlier, harem route or saving the day route. If you've seen an anime like this, you've probably got some good idea as to what could be happening. But one positive thing I'll say about The Hero Is Dead, it's not an isekai. It could very well have been an isekai. This plot line could have easily been taken out of context. Instead of being a loser going daikon putting stockings on them, it could have been this from our world transporting to another world, killing the hero and the same thing happening. At least this way we don't have to have the old isekai tropes going on. Just the generic fantasy tropes. Now that The Hero Is Dead, I'll give it some positives. It's an interesting concept, but it's too wild and crazy. It's zany for zany's sake. It doesn't have much depth so far. But if you are interested in watching Legend of Hero Is Dead, this one's also airing over at Crunchyroll. That was KamiKatsu, working for God in a Godless World, Yuri Is My Job, opus.COLORs, and the legendary Hero Is Dead. Four very different anime, which I've reviewed today. Let me know what you think in the comments, and be sure to like, comment and subscribe, and join me next time for more. Until then, bye bye.